Hey guys, I'm here in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm doing some early shed hunting. I'm actually inside Kansas City city limits, and I'm going to be walking a place that's pretty close to home. I've been up in here several times, and there's some really good buck sign in here right now. So if they're dropping, we we run a pretty good chance of finding some of those antlers. So let's have a look. I'll show you. The first thing I want to show you is some of the buck sign I was talking about. Move the camera around the other way now. And as we're walking, you see up ahead there's a little evergreen trees. I imagine they're cedar. And look at this. Nice little batch of rubs. And here's another one right there. So we hang around where the sign is. Just keep looking. I'm gonna grid walk all this for a couple of hours and see if I can find some of these antlers. But that's the kind of thing we're looking for when we're out here. Look at this. So somebody had himself some fun up in here, rubbing on some of these trees. So anyway, I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to follow this ridge down and see if I can't find a shed or two. I'll wake the camera up when if I see anything interesting. And I don't know if you can see, right down there, there's another rub. I'm following this trail. See it out there? Okay. So I'm walking along and I happen to find what I think is probably the oldest shed antler I have ever found in here. So I'm walking and I got to about right here and I stopped. And I'm just looking around, looking on the ground, you know, like we do. And I turned to look this way, and there on the ground, I saw something. It looked like a leaf to me, but it looked a little whiter than everything else. And I thought, well, I'm going to just go and maybe take a peek at that right there. See it? So, hold still here while I zoom back out so we don't get vertigo or dizzy or whatever. Nah. So I walked over here and I still thought it was a leaf until I got to about right here. And look at it. That thing has been here a minute. A minute. Look at it, it's chewed out halfway through by whatever chewed it up. But okay, so now I have more shed antlers, even though they're older. More shed antlers so far this year than mylar balloons, which is a good thing. So I'm gonna just keep walking, and if I see anything else, I'll definitely turn the camera on and give you a look. And I turn it on from time to time anyway. Just so the deer are passing right through here. This is a pretty well used trail, and it's on that rub line that I was that I pointed out a little while ago. And here's where it comes out into this, and we're gonna walk around and see what we can find out here. But I mean, that's pretty good sign there that I'm on the right path. So let's keep on going. All right, I just kicked a deer up ahead of me by itself. I can't tell. I didn't see. There's no antlers on it, but by itself. I don't know if you can see it in there. It's way out there now. But it's by itself, which leads me to believe in it. Leads me to believe that it could be a buck, and that maybe has already dropped his antlers. I'm still following that same rub line. I mean, there's a bunch of trees here been hit, so I'm gonna just walk in there slowly and see if I can find where he was laying up. Maybe he dropped his antlers close. If that's indeed a buck, I mean, he's a big body deer by himself. Seemed to be bedded on a hillside. There. Let's go see. I always love seeing these animals. Okay guys, so I come to this area and here's what it looks like. There's some timber down there, down the hill. That faces east from me. This faces north this way. And it's a pretty good grassy area. You know, there's some young trees growing up in it, and I'm going to go ahead and grid walk this. I have had pretty good luck in areas that look very similar to this. Again, I've been out here in this area many times over the last couple of years. It's not far from home. It's in Kansas City. It's within Kansas City city limits. So, and I've had some pretty good finds in here. So I'm going to grid walk this and see if I can't see if anybody dropped their antlers in here yet this year. So I'm just going to walk, and I go up from one corner, walk parallel to the timber, all the way to the other end. I'll go to my left about 15, maybe 20 feet, as far as I can, you know, reasonably see into the grass and whatnot that's left standing, and then I'll walk back, and I just keep doing that till I've covered the entire area. So that's what I do. I don't know. Leave a comment down below if you grid walk these areas as well, or if you've got another method that you'd like to share with us. So just gonna walk this out. All right, so I've come to the end, pretty close to the end of this part of the ground that I'm grid walking. There's still just rubs everywhere. They're all over the place. And we're gonna just keep on looking. I'm gonna go to the end. I'm gonna go up a few feet to what I think is reasonable, that I'll still be able to see into the grass, like I said, that remains standing. It's been a mild, very mild winter here, Kansas City, and a lot of this grass is still standing pretty straight up, but this area here is beaten down pretty good, so I like that. Okay, here we go. Now, oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, here you go. Now, you guys, you've heard me say maybe on a video or two before, and you'll hear me say it again and again. I'm going to take a still photo with my video camera so that I can separate it out and post it. If any of you guys are members of Facebook shed antler groups, there's a bunch of shed antler groups on Facebook. A lot of guys like to do this find the antler, do you see it out there photos, and people go crazy trying to find these antlers. So I'm going to snap a photo here. This is for the find the antler guys in the Facebook groups. They love this kind of thing. So okay, so I'm going to make sure I get it. And you guys, do you see the antler at this point? If you do, hit pause, make a comment down below, and tell me where the antler is, and I'm going to walk over and get it. So yeah, no cheating. If you haven't paused it yet, yeah, you might, maybe you should just go. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at that. See, look, look. Look at this. This is, I think this is January 27th right here, and there's a scrape on the ground. And it looks like it's been used recently, but here we go, look. This is in Kansas City city limits. And I'm going to take a as they lay photo for those as they lay guys. There's other shed antler groups that do these photos called as they lay. And these guys take some wicked shots. I mean, they take some beautiful shots. Here's a beautiful little tines up picture that I'll post up there. Get a good angle there. How you like that? There you go. So let's pick this one up. And that's a, wow, look at that. Look at that. It's still got a little bit of blood on the pedicle there. Again, not much junk down the bottom. A little bit here and there. But that's a beauty right there. So I'm going to continue to grid walk this because, you know, maybe he dropped the other one close by and we'll end up with a nice match set. Okay, so I'm walking along still. I've grid walked that entire area where we were a little earlier. Some of the clouds have drifted on by. Some more blue sky up there. It's just beautiful, beautiful. And this is one of those areas. It's very surprising. Again, it's right in Kansas City, Missouri. It's inside the city limits of Kansas City, Missouri. And there's a lot of deer packed into this tight little spot. And well, remember earlier I said I thought I found the oldest shed I'd ever found. I might have to recant that at this point. Look at this guy. Oh, that's down in there too. Look at that little guy. Look at that little 3-point side. That's been there a long time. Look at that. See, and that was tines down, and that makes that's 3 for today so far. 3 for today. A couple of really old ones. And one pretty decent side there. So I'm gonna keep going. I still got some daylight left. There's another spot that I wanted to look at that has produced before in the past. And I'm going to go down there and have a look, and we're going to grid walk some more of the grass that's been knocked down and see what we can find down there. So, till then, all right.